Chamber Connection, and I am joined by Sean Sebold of Sebold Capital Management. Sean, welcome to the show here today, and let's let the folks at home just know a little bit about Sean Sebold and the firm.
Sebold Capital Management is an independent, fee-only wealth management firm. What we do is we specialize in working with individuals on the wealth management side, their families, and also the businesses that they run.
Okay, and I hear people use the term sometimes fee only. For the guy sitting in his house at home right now, what does that really mean?
Fee only is a distinction that was put forth by an organization called NAPFA, the National Association of Professional Financial Advisors.
Okay.
And essentially what it means is that all fees that an investment advisory firm take come directly from the client, not through a commission structure, not through a sales structure. So it is they're compensated directly by the client, directly for a fee for service.
Which I guess if somebody's wondering what's the benefit to that, I guess I would take the fact that it means that if you're not doing right by your client, they're not going to continue to pay that fee, versus on the commission structure side, you're winning regardless of what the client might be working out. Is that a simple man summation of why the benefits of being fee only?
There's two specific ones. One you mentioned. First that we would look at is, number one, we're product agnostic. It doesn't matter what product that we use, whether it has to do with an investment product, an insurance product. It doesn't matter, because we're not getting paid a commission.
Sure, yeah, okay.
We want to know what the best solution is for our clients, which drives into the second is, if we don't continue to perform on a year-to-year basis, people will leave us. And in our testimony, in terms of how well we've done, in the 15 years that we've been in business, we've lost 3 clients. So we want to continue to be a fee only and add value every year to our clients. But yes, we think that's a very, very important part of what we do.
So I would suggest that in a lot of things, sometimes having the right clients is also a good mix. So what's the right client for Sebold Capital Management out there?
Sebold Capital Management does a lot of work in the mid-market business owners. And the reason being is because we begin with a holistic approach. And when people are running businesses, finances get complicated between a business finance and the personal finance.
Sure.
And how do you bridge that gap? How do you say, here's where the business starts and stops, and here's where the personal starts and stops? So we look at the complexities associated with that. That's really where we can add a lot of value in terms of helping our clients and potential clients grow.
Where are you seeing some of the common mistakes people make in that bridge, where they don't bridge or don't divide appropriately?
The first and most important step that we take with a client is to ask them first, what's their exit strategy? Okay. And a lot of people come back and say, gee, I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Why would I be thinking about getting out? I've been in the business 5 years. I want to grow this business. The reason that we ask them very specifically, how are you getting out, is because you will be leaving that business, voluntarily or otherwise. So if you start to prepare, if you start building your business around an exit strategy, number one, you're going to run a better business. Number two, the business is going to be more valuable. Number three, you're going to be focused on the financial goals that will get you there.
On the personal side, where are you seeing people maybe have the most growth or the most success in not selecting products, but the route that you take them down, the path that you're leading them down?
Well, in terms of the business owner and the integration it's kind of a concept of diversification. Suppose you run a business. Typically, that business is going to be, if you've run a successful business, that's going to be your most important and most valued asset.
Sure.
You want that to perform well. When you start taking money or transferring money out of the business into your personal side, essentially what you're doing is you're diversifying. Ultimately, when we take somebody through a complete exit, all we're doing is diversifying from one stock, your own company, to many stocks. And that has a lot of benefits from a diversification, from a cash flow perspective, from a liquidity perspective, from a quality of life perspective. And that's what we try and take them through.
What are there? We say mid-market, and that means different things to different people in different industries. Are there industries that you specialize in, or certain demographics that you're specializing in? What's the specialty market at Sebold, if you had to pick one? Or
we do a lot of work in the medical field. So we work quite a bit with doctors and dentists. Seem to be ones that fit with our methodologies very well. We also do a lot of work with manufacturers as well. They have some overlap in terms of their issues from a business owner perspective. Some of them are a little different from a personal service corporation in the medical field. Selling those practices are very different. Exiting from those practicing
very different.
very different. So there, it's a how do we extract enough value out of the practice so we can leave it in comfort. And when you have our manufacturing clients, it's what's the valuation? How do we drive a business towards a higher valuation so that when they do sell it, it's going to accomplish all their goals?
You know, healthcare, specifically in this region, is one of the strongest and fastest growing employer fields and entrepreneurial fields to some extent. But I've often found, and I may upset some of my medical friends with this, they're not always the best business people. You know, doctors are focused on providing care. Dentists are they're so care focused that they forget about some of the key business things. And I think they're running a business, and they forget that. What's the words of advice that you got for them out there? Because we know there's a lot of them out there at home in Naperville watching.
Doctors in the medical field, or anybody in the medical field, they're very good at focusing on their specialty. When you go to a general practitioner or an internist, they will come in and say, you know what, I'm not a heart guy. Go see a heart guy. The best advice that we can give to those guys is, you're a heart guy, don't try and be a finance guy. It doesn't work. It's for the same reason that an internist can't give you cardiological help.
Sure.
So some are good at it. The challenge is keeping up on it. They have things from a CE perspective, from a new medical technology, they have to keep up with. We want them to focus on that. We have a lot of things that we have to keep up with regards to tax laws, employment benefit laws, healthcare laws. How is that going to impact someone's financial plan going forward? That's what we specialize in. So those that do the most, and probably the number one things that we hear from clients that we take on is, boy, I wish I'd talked to you 5 years ago.
For those folks at home and the people in their business, a good plan leads to a great exit, which leads to a happy retirement and successful life all around. So, Sean, thank you for your membership in the Naperville Area Chamber of Commerce and your commitment to this community. Thank you for being here today.
Thanks, man.
We will be right back with another guest at Chamber Connection.